Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are all having a blessed week. Mine's going really good. We've really cooled down a lot here in California. I think it's getting down in the 30s at night, and we're only getting up to like 60 today. So it's cooled off quite a bit. I love it. A lot better than the heat. Well, listen, I want to talk to you guys today about something. You know, I've got a pretty good library of books. I probably got about half what I should have because I've loaned out a lot of them that I never got back. But anyway, I've read almost every book probably several times, and I go back and reread them every couple of years. But listen, one thing I've noticed about books, and especially the books in my library, is if you read 5 books on Bible prophecy in the end times, you get 5 different opinions. And I've got a lot of books with a lot of different opinions. And end time events, it's pretty hard to put modern day end time events with prophecies that were prophesied sometimes 2,000 to 3,000 years ago and even longer. It's difficult at best. Now sometimes that's really easy to do. Like for instance the prophecy of the Valley of Dry Bones. When Israel became a nation in 1948, in one day that fulfilled that scripture. And then in 1967, when they retook the city of Jerusalem, Jesus said on Mount of Olives, he said, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, you know that its destruction is near. They're going to be carried about to all the nations, and Jerusalem will be trodden underfoot of the Gentiles till the time the Gentiles be fulfilled. Those scriptures are easy to put modern events on prophecies, but in other areas it's a little bit more difficult. So I want to talk to you a minute about one prophecy. And this is what it says. It's found in 1 Thessalonians 5, 1 through 3. Paul tells us, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly well that the day of the Lord so comes as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So this peace and safety that Paul is talking about, that's not us. That's not us as Christians saying peace and safety. That's non-believers when they say peace and safety. So listen, what does that mean when the non-believers say peace and safety? Well, it's kind of like a great gay pride parade. When they're in a gay pride parade, they're all dressed up about as flamboyantly gay as they can possibly be, and they flaunt their sin in public. They're marching with thousands of other people. They've got signs that they literally hold up so God can see them, and they're flaunting their sin in front of everybody. And because there's so many of them, the individual feels safe. I'm not doing anything wrong. How can I be doing anything wrong when there's all these other people doing the same thing? And then if you get one Christian over on the sidewalk with a bullhorn hollering at him that they're going to go to hell, they attack him and get rid of that because he's disturbing their peace and safety. Peace and safety is when those people, the sinners, the people that don't know God and don't want to know God, when those people have the government on their side, that's when they start calling peace and safety. When the government protects them from Christians, that's when they start saying peace and safety. You know, I've told you guys before that it's illegal in California for a psychiatrist, a medical professional, a psychiatrist, for him to tell a gay person, you know what you're doing is wrong. That's illegal in this state. Peace and safety. Peace and safety is when the Christians have been silenced and the sinner is free to do what they want to do without anyone telling them about judgment or anything else. In other words, it's when their conscience has been seared. It's when wrong is right and right is wrong. It's when black is white and white is black. It's when down is up and up is down. Man can become a woman and woman can become a man. And you can't say anything about it. That's when they cry peace and safety. This is what it says in 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burned up. People, listen. Christians have thought for 2,000 years that the Lord's return is imminent. They've been thinking that for 2,000 years. Paul thought it himself, so did Peter. But you know what? We've got some sure prophecies nowadays that tell us that we are definitely in the end times. And the two I gave you, the valley of dry bones, Israel becoming a nation in one day, and then them retaking the city of Jerusalem. Because Jesus himself said that when Jerusalem will be trodden underfoot of the Gentiles till the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. That's the end. And people, we have never lived in a time where people can absolutely reject God and live the exact same lifestyle that got Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed, and the government protects them. The government protects all the sinners, all the deplorables. The government just protects them all. That's when they start saying peace and safety. People, we live in the peace and safety generation. You know that a lot of our colleges, like one of the biggest universities around here, of course, is UC Davis and UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley does not allow any conservatives to come on that campus and tell the students anything different than what they've been telling them. Neither does UC Davis. No conservative speaker is going to come on that campus and say anything, because they have to protect the student body from the conservative point of view, from the religious people. We live in a time where we are totally in peace and safety. Anyhow, I just want to give you something to think about. Heaven or hell, you choose. Just remember, once you take your last breath, it's a done deal.